Hello all, welcome back to my channel. So in this tutorial and going forward, we are going to have a set of exercise tutorials wherein we'll try to cover and brush up our skills on whatever we have learned so far. So let's get started. The first question, find the second largest number from any given set of random numbers. So to generate random numbers, as we have already learned in our previous tutorials, we use a sample function. And if we want numbers from 1 to 100, and if we want to say generate 15 of them, this is how we do using the sample function in R. And let's assign these numbers to a variable called num. And once I execute this, let me display the num variable here, and it has all these numbers. So the question here is find the second largest number. So the simplest way of finding the second largest number is sort the number in a particular order, let's say in descending order, so that we can extract the second element. And how do we use the sort function in R? Using the sort command. Inside sort, we just have to pass num. And if I pass the decreasing parameter as true, which means all the numbers will be in descending order. So once I execute this, it would now arrange all these numbers in descending order. Now all that I have to do is pick the second element. So if I assign this to second largest, if I give the name as sec large and click on the run button, now if I execute second largest here, it will have all these numbers. And now if I just pass in the square bracket the number 2 here and click on the run button, it would give me the second largest number from the entire list of 15 numbers. So this is how we find the second largest number in the simplest form. All right, moving over to the next question. So the second question is just a little bit of modification of the first question. So here we have only extracted one number from 15 numbers. Now we are going to extract two numbers from the same set of number. Let us say we have to extract from this variable itself, num. So find the second and fourth largest numbers from any given set of random numbers that we already have here. So if you have to extract the second and the fourth largest number, all that we need to do here is, since we already have this variable sorted in the square bracket, here we just passed one number here. So it was like an indexing. Now here also we are going to do indexing, but it is multi-indexing. And the way we do that is we just have to pass the second and the fourth index. And once we execute this, we have 79 and 70. So 79 is the second element and 70 is the fourth element. So this is how we do multi-indexing in R. Now coming to the last problem, create a function to allow the user to select any rank of numbers from any given set of random numbers. So what are we trying to solve here? We have the same set of 15 numbers, and different users would ask different questions from that 15 numbers. Like you might want to know what is the largest number. I might want to know what is the second largest number. Somebody else might want to know what is the first or what is the largest number and the fifth largest number. Somebody else might want to know what is the smallest number and the second smallest number. So the number of numbers that people want to extract from this could be different depending upon user to user. So let's try to generalize this by creating a function so that we give the freedom to the user to select anything. Whichever index that he wants to extract from this list, he would be getting that. So that is what we are trying to solve from the third question here. And how do we create a function? So to create a function, we use the keyword function here. And inside the parenthesis, pass an array inside the function, open for the user to enter. So let's keep the name here as ARR. It could be anything, but let's just give the variable name as ARR. And now inside the curly braces, Now what we are going to do here is, this is what we already have, the variable num. Let me just display that all over again. Now we have to sort it inside the function, just like what we did over here. So I can probably pass this code as it is without making any changes, and that's why copy paste definitely works here. Now once I have sorted these numbers, let me change the name here. This looks like the second largest. Sorted numbers, sorted num. Okay, so we have the entire list of numbers sorted in decreasing order. Now we want to find, like what we did here, we have to put the array inside the square bracket. So it would be like this: sorted num, and inside the square bracket you have to pass the array. And what is this array? This is exactly what we are passing as a parameter inside the function. So if I just pass arr over here, now the function has to return something. So we are interested in this, right? And that is what is being displayed over here. So we have to return this array. So what we have to do here is, we have to use the return statement, and we have to pass this inside the brackets. And now every function should have a name. So what name can we give here? User defined. Let us give a name which indicates that let the user define how many numbers he wants. All right. Now, if we execute this function, the function gets executed. And now, if we pass this function user define, and inside the brackets, we have to pass the array. So if I want the same numbers as we have here, 2 and 4, let me just pass 2 and 4 here. And let me execute this. It gives me 79 and 70. It gives me exactly what we got when we executed this particular line. But the good thing about this particular function is, this is flexible. I can even add, say, if I want to know the largest number as well, the largest number, the second largest number, and the fourth largest number. And now if I execute this, it would give me the largest number. Where is that list? So this is the largest number, the second largest number, and the fourth largest number. Now if I also put, say, 15th largest number, which means the smallest number, so I think the number 1 should be displayed here. So if I execute this, 15th largest number, which is nothing but the smallest number. So this is how we can use a function and sort of make it generalized for any user to incorporate. And that is the benefit of creating a function. So you can create a function so that any user can use it any which ways he wants to extract whatever he is looking for. I think this is the best example of explaining the meaning of function and what is the purpose of creating a function. All right, let's move over to Python. Find the second largest number from any given set of random numbers. So let us create random numbers using the NumPy library. Import NumPy as np, and numbers would be np.random.randint, and here the low and high, which would be 1 and 100, and I would also need 15 numbers. So if I just print num here, I have all these 15 numbers in different order. Now I want to find the second largest number. So as we have learned, how do we sort numbers in descending order? We use the np.sort command, and we are going to pass the array num. Now if I do it like this, it would be giving me the ascending order, but I want it in descending order. So what we do here is, we have to pass a minus num and a minus in front of it. So once we execute this, we have this entire array in descending order. And let's overwrite it in the num variable itself. And now if I just print it, I would be getting the same output. It's exactly as it is. Since I just want the second largest number, all that I need to do is pass the index of the second number, which is nothing but 1, because indexing in Python starts from 0. So num1 indicates I want the number in the second index. So if I execute this, it would be giving me 83. All right. Now find the second and fourth largest numbers from any given set of random numbers. So just like we had here, we passed the vector of the second and the fourth largest numbers inside the square bracket. Now in Python also we can do it in the same way, but it will give us an error. Let's do the very same way and then let's try to sort it out. So in the square bracket, if I pass the second, which means the first index, and the fourth largest, which means the third index. Now if I pass it this way and execute it, it would be throwing an error. It says too many indices for array. Array is one dimensional, but two were indexed. So the way we do that in NumPy is we pass the two square brackets and then we pass the indices that we are looking for, 1 and 3. So there are double square brackets. One is the normal one that we have, and since we want to pass multiple elements inside the square bracket, we have to put inside another square bracket. So that is how indexing, multi-indexing can be done in NumPy. And once I execute this, I get 83 and 63, the second and the fourth largest numbers. All right, now going to the third question. Create a function to allow user to select an array of large numbers from any given set of random numbers. Say we just have this variable num which has all these numbers. Now we would want to arrange all these numbers in descending order. In fact, in this case it is already in descending order because we had sort of overwritten the random numbers in a sorted order. Now here, since everything is sorted, let me just create another set of random numbers here so that we have all the numbers in different order. np dot random dot randint 1 to 100, and I need 15 of them. And if I just print number, I have all these numbers here in different order. Now we have to create a function so that the user can put any number of indices in the parameters so that he gets the desired output. So to create a function in Python, we use the def keyword, and let's use the same name as we used in R, user def. Of course, we can put any name here, and let's pass the array inside as the parameter. And now we need to sort this number in a particular order. So let's create a variable called sortn, which has the numbers sorted. So just like what we did here, np.sort, np.sort, and inside the bracket we have to pass the variable num here, and we also have to put a minus in front. So now once we do this, we have the sortn variable which has all these numbers in a descending order, and once we have it in the descending order, we can then decide the indices that the user wants to extract. And how do we do that? We can just pass sortn, and inside the square bracket we have to pass the array of indices that the user wants, which is nothing but arr, and that is what we are incorporating in the function inside the parameters as the input which the user will provide. So once I do that, now we have to return this, right? And once we return this, we can execute this function here. Now to check for the output, user def, and inside the square bracket I can pass 1 and 3 as it is. So if I just pass inside the square bracket 1 and 3 and click on the shift plus enter button, it would give me the numbers in the first index and the third index, which means the second and the fourth largest numbers. So the largest I think here is 99, and then we have 86. So that's how it is the second largest number. 74 is the fourth largest. So we have 77 and then we have 74. So if we want a different requirement altogether, user def, if I just want the largest number, I just have to put 0, because the 0th index would be the largest number since we have put all the numbers in a decreasing order. So once I execute this, it would give 99, which is the largest number. Similarly, since we have 15 numbers, inside the parenthesis, if I put 15, since there are 15 numbers, the 15th number would have the index as 14. And once I execute this, this would be the smallest number in this entire list, which is 6. And say if we want the largest number, the second largest number, and the smallest number, which is 14. And once we execute this, if I pass more than one element, I have to put them inside the square bracket. And once I execute this, we have the largest number 99, then the second largest number 86, and the smallest number. So this is how we can use function to help the user, or to ensure that we can take care of the different requirements that the users or different users would want. Some users, like we said, want just the largest number. Some would just want the smallest. Some want the largest and the smallest. Some want the first 3 numbers, or the top 3 numbers, or the bottom 3 numbers. So it could vary from person to person. We are sort of generalizing the requirement by creating a function. This is what I wanted to share in this tutorial. Going forward, we are going to work more on strings, the for loop, the if conditions, and the functions. We are going to work on more and more problems and strengthen our skill set before we move to data frames. That would be the next topic after we complete our exercise tutorials. All right. I hope you are liking my tutorial. If you have any feedbacks, suggestions, please do post them in the comment section. If you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe to my channel so that you get an immediate update as and when I upload new tutorials. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you very much.